two clips that you saw were on the way to my cardiologist, which is in Syracuse, New York. I go up there once a year. I've gone up there every year since I was born, sometimes multiple times a year, sometimes once a year. The past 10 years it's been once a year. So I just want to talk about a little bit about kind of like the state of where I'm at physically with my heart, like with the different surgeries I've had. It seems like no two people have like the same thing done to them, which is interesting. So the three surgeries I had was the Norwood, Glenn, and Fontan surgeries. Don't ask me what order, I forget what order they were in, but I think it might have been that order. But anyway, and that was one of the first ones to have kind of what they call a reverse coarctation. I don't even know 100%. I'm not a medical doctor, and when they explain it to me, I just sit there like, well, I'm living good, so whatever you say. With having these surgeries and all that, obviously blood pressure is usually higher, O2 levels are usually lower than like a normal person's. Well, thankfully, as of right now, my oxygen levels and my blood pressure is like in a normal person's range, which is cool. And the doctor always says when they like listen to my heart, they can't even tell the difference between like a normal heart and mine. So that's kind of cool and also concerning, because if someone doesn't know what I have and they just listen to my heartbeat, they'll be like, oh, this is good. When in fact, it's not. But anyway, my blood pressure was 119/70. Normal range for anyone, I think, is like between like 110 and 125. So I'm right in that range. And then like the perfect ideal range for the lower end of the blood pressure is like 60 to 75. And I'm right at 70. So in that healthy range, I'm very thankful for that. I do take blood pressure medication, so I would hope that it would still be working. And even when I got my stats, whatever you want to call them, done, I hadn't taken my medicine for like a week because I had ran out, and then there was an issue with Express Scripts getting it to me, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, I didn't take it for a week, and I still had normal levels, so thankful for that. O2 levels were 93. I think a normal level is like 98 to 100. So yeah, it was 93 this time. And then when I went to my doctor last fall, like my primary, as opposed to my cardiologist, my O2 was 98. So I'm somewhere in between the 93 and 98 range. Now the additional stuff I had done this year that I did outside of my doctors, that I went to like a separate hospital to get done, is a pancreas and liver ultrasound, just to make sure everything is working good and looking good. Because of how I'm wired, there's more pressure that goes through those things than like a normal person, hence the blood pressure medication, and why they tell me that maybe at some point I may need a liver transplant. But that's like a concern when I'm 50, not right now, but just making sure everything is good there, which it was. I mean, they didn't say anything, so usually how I take that is no news is good news. So I had those done, and then also blood work done as well. Same with the blood work, got it done, submitted to both my doctors, and neither of them really had anything to say about it. So that means, hopefully, like I said, no news is good news. And then usually when I go up to the cardiologist every year, I get an ultrasound done on my heart area, neck, that kind of stuff. And they didn't this year, and I was like, yes, I finally get a break from getting an ultrasound this year. Well, that is true, even though I did have the other ultrasounds this year that were liver and kidney, but like, I don't know, it just feels weird. So I was like pumped. I'm like, yeah, let's go. But what they did instead, they were like, hey, instead of you getting an ultrasound this year, because we've done that every year, how about let's skip this year, and then next year in about late February and March, you're going to get a heart cath. And I was like, I'd rather have the ultrasound, please. So yeah, and I don't know if I prefaced this, but I am 26 now, so anyone that's watching this that has HLHS or has someone they know or someone's child, this is how things are looking for me currently at this moment, September 2025, 26-year-old. If you're like unsure about the future and what it can look like, well, I would like to at least be like some kind of positive example as to what maybe it could look like. Everyone's different, but I'm still alive and kicking, so very grateful and thankful for that. So yeah, but that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Oh gosh.